Hello, vudani here, and I have a PvP video of my Necromancer. I'm using a scepter build with heavy death shroud. I'll link you to the build here if you're interested in seeing more about this build. But the general theme of this build is going to be put as much damage as you can with that scepter using your curses, which is basically just spamming your one. You'll have a chain that'll apply different curses. Two of them will bleed, one of them will poison, and condition damage is what you do. Another good thing about this build is you have essentially two life bars. The Death Shroud with the 30 points enhancing Death Shroud, it is literally a second life. With Necro builds that do not use Death Shroud as heavily, you can really tell the difference. This build is gonna be able to take advantage of that fully. You'll also have Lich Form, which will give you more skills, so you'll essentially have 4 different skill sets. The Lich Form, when that's on cooldown, you'll have your Death Shroud, you'll have your Scepter Warhorn, and you'll have your Staff. All of which have very good skills, and here I go in right with Lich Form. I saw quite a few people, I wasn't sure if we were going to start there, but gonna go in. I'm just using my number 1 ability here. This is where the damage comes from with Lich Form. All you really have to do is spam that, and it's going to just absolutely destroy people in AoE. Gonna pop the utility skills of the Lich Form, and these people are just standing in it. I don't know why they're all doing that, but you know, I'll take advantage of that. You see the Jagged Horrors leeching some life there. I don't know where my team is right now. Not going well on that point, but I'm gonna try to pop down my staff utility skills there. It's really going nowhere. Just gonna back out, see what the hell is going on. I'm not sure where my teammates are. Looks like some of them actually went up to the keep now, but they were trying to get that other chieftain, it looks like. And see, I popped that Death Shroud there offensively. If you pop Death Shroud with full life force, you're going to have very powerful life blasts. You'll also be able to stack might. You can see I have 8 stacks of might right now. It's another perk of this build, popping that Death Shroud offensively and canceling it early. You see I still maintain a decent amount of life force. I wasn't taking damage, but I was able to get some good damage with those piercing blasts. And going in right here with my number 1 ability for my scepter, trying to apply as many bleeds as I can on this ranger right now. Looks like my teammate finally got it together, actually capturing points. We're currently down, we have no points, but looks like we'll take this keep, and we're handily taking care of this fight, no problems here. Looks like we have another Necromancer, probably a minion Necromancer, and he's sending his stuff. We got some illusions coming in. Looks like an army out there, but that is actually just a Mesmer and a Necromancer, and we're pretty easily holding him. You see the Elementalist drops his Glyph of Storms to try and hold them off. He's got some more AoEs, pretty easily handling them here, and I am just tearing them apart with these bleeds. They're going down pretty easy. The Ranger actually popped his Warhorn ability to give us all some pretty nice buffs. If you look at our frames up there, we're all buffed very heavily for most of that fight. Definitely helps to have some group utility as I stomp this person here. Looks like got a Ranger coming in on me. I popped Death Shroud right away while I have a good amount of health. He is very scared of this Death Shroud as he runs away, tries to get on another target. Obviously does not understand that leaving someone alone in Death Shroud would simply make them stronger. If you do see a Necromancer pop Death Shroud, it's probably a better idea to try to burst them out of that quickly, because once you do that, they will not have very many defensive cooldowns. Screw that Thief. If you can stomp him, that's cool. If not, whatever. He was pretty dead. If he comes back, I'll kill him. Our team takes advantage of this guy overextended out of position here, easily take him down, and I'm gonna move up into the henge. I see a Ranger here, try to apply some bleeds while he's not looking at me. Got a little army here, I'm leading the charge. Probably not best for a Necro to lead the charge, but not really afraid of these people. Gonna continue applying conditions on this Ranger. And he is up to 20 stacks of bleeds for a second there. Not going to survive that unless you can cleanse it and heal up right away. Move on to this Elementalist. He's just crawling. Nothing he can really do. We're overwhelming them here. Gonna try to find some more people to kill. I see the Chieftain up. But I see players. It's a better target for me. He tries to get that 100 blades combo in, but looks like he was outsmarted by that guy who's easily evaded it. And I continue applying bleeds. This is a good thing about this build. You might think that because the majority of what happens for damage is simply pressing 1, that this build is easy to play, and while that is true to an extent, you really have to consider the uses of Death Shroud and Lich Form, as well as your slot skills. We easily handle this other Necro. He ended up, is probably a similar build. He saw that Spectral Armor proc at low health. It's a pretty good trait. Spectral Armor overall is a very nice skill, gives you protection and improves your life force regeneration. He may not have had his Death Shroud ready at that point though, which was unfortunate for him. Going on this Thief here, he's pretty much already dead. My entire team seems to be camping the henge area. Right now we have no objectives, that's not really good. We just took henge, but we're still in a tough spot here. I'm gonna try to take this guy out while he's out of position. Looks like their team is mostly scattered, capping points, which definitely can work when the opposing team is all grouped up as we are now. But we're gonna try to move up and take this keep point. Looks like we got an illusion there. Just gonna take that out real quick. Gonna cap this point. And we're in decent shape. I'd say we're probably gonna capture this and then get mine if we can mobilize. They'll probably end up taking henge very soon here. Gonna drop down that mark just for extra precaution. He drops his trap there, probably the stealth trap. And gonna patrol around. Not really much going on. Points aren't flipping, nothing's contested. I'm just gonna move over to the henge. Seems like we've been controlling that pretty well, and the thief went over there. I'm gonna follow the thief in. He's got his venoms ready, and see the Basilisk's venom on him now, and holy crap. This is where Lich Form is beautiful. Same situation as the start, but I see 2 break off, so rather than that massive AoE, I know it's mostly pets anyway. I'm just gonna try and take these people, and I'm not really seeing my thief friend here, but I'm trying to pop all my skills, pop all my utility, get some good damage in, and I start getting focused. So right when this Lich Form drops, go into Death Shroud and try to get some more damage. The Necromancer there went into Death Shroud as well. And pop my Siphon Life, get some good crits, and that actually will apply a decent amount of bleeds, but I am no match for 4 or 5 people. I don't know where my thief friend went. I don't know if he would have helped me, but that's a match that you're generally going to lose. I'd say it's a pretty universal weakness, 5 people. You see I took most of my damage from bleeds there, and that's unfortunate. It was a very, very short fight. I probably could have cleansed that, but there wasn't really any avoiding that death. But I do spawn right here. I'm going to go in and see where the enemy team has mobilized, and seems like they just completely left. Gonna drop my marks. This is a good use of the staff in my opinion. Just using your marks as a defensive precaution, or something you might use when you're running away. Not necessarily something you'd switch to if you're being focus fired, but it's good to have them. I find it the best off weapon to use, at least for Necromancer. And here's a group fight. I'm gonna go right in on this ranger. Match ends there. And you see I got a pretty good amount of kills. I did die in the middle there. That was more my fault than the build's fault, but overall I think you can see the potential this build has. It did get buffed a little bit since I played it, so that's something to look forward to. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.